So let's go around the table. First off,
not no body count.
No. Should body count matter?
No.
No.
It should be a conversation of discussion between you and your partner.
Okay, I'll go around the table. Go ahead.
Yes.
Okay, what about you?
No.
What? Wait.
Yeah. Oh.
Say it again. I don't think
No.
the camera was on you. Go ahead.
Yes.
I think yes, but I wouldn't want to know.
You wouldn't want to know the guy's body count?
No.
Okay, let me just make the question a bit more precise. Do you have an issue with men who... Would you take quarrel with men having... sorry, I'm thinking the best way to word this. Would you take quarrel with a man caring about your body count or a woman's body count? Go ahead.
Wait, do I have quarrel with someone else's body count?
Would you take quarrel... because I think men tend to care about this more than women do.
Mm-hmm.
There's certainly women that do care about their partner's body count. However, I think men have more, and there's reasons for this, men care more about it than women do. So do you have an issue? For example, the previous question I asked is, should body count matter? And you could view that as, well, I don't care about body count. However, I guess the way I want to get to the bottom of this is, do you think, or do you have an issue with men caring about body count? Do you have an issue with that preference that men have?
Oh, so if a man's going to be upset with me for my body count being too high, you're saying would I be upset by that?
Would you take issue with a man having a preference for a woman with a low body count? Do you think that's a wrong preference to have?
It's not a wrong preference to have. I understand. It's just that I also don't like being judged, because when I was more promiscuous, I was going through a really hard time and I was depressed, and like that's how I dealt with it.
It
So
can be a form of self-harm.
I don't feel, yes, it is a form of self-harm. So that's why I wouldn't want to be judged, but I understand if they would have a problem with it and then they're not the right guy for me if it's too high for them or whatever, but yeah.
I wouldn't take issue with it. Like, everybody has their boundaries, and that's fine.
Okay. But show of hands, who says body count does matter?
To a certain extent. I mean,
Okay, you three. Okay. So for those of you who said, and perhaps the ones who also said it should matter can answer this. For those who said body count should not matter, does not matter, what's your body count?
Okay, 45.
45? Okay.
Yes.
What about you?
I'm going to play the fifth on this one.
Come on. Be a good sport. Be a good sport. She answered.
Honestly, to tell you the truth, I don't really know, and I'll tell you why. There was a lot of years that I was using and drinking. I'm like 2.5 years of sobriety.
Okay.
Well, I'm
And
proud of you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
congratulations.
Thanks, man. So there's a lot of situations where I don't remember.
Sure.
You know,
Range? Do you want to give us a range? A guesstimate?
I'd say it's like 60.
60? Okay.
60.
What about you?
What's yours?
What's your body count?
What's yours? I'm curious.
Okay, there's a process to this podcast. It's my show. I'm asking you guys individually. You're not going to do a reverse Uno. What's your body count?
Okay. Will you tell me afterwards? Because I'm curious.
Answer the question.
Okay, 14.
Okay. Into the mic, please. And you need to scoot the mic that way, please.
Okay. I'm not stating.
I thought body count shouldn't matter, though.
That's not what I said. I said it's just a discussion between the partners.
That's fair. You're right. You're right. You did say that. Okay. So do you want to give us a range?
No.
Okay.
I can give you the fact that I was in a 7-year relationship and I was engaged, and that was
Okay. So
of
you
my
had
life.
sex at least one time. Good to know. Okay. What about you?
We're all doing this?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were saying just the people that said body
Yeah,
count
why not?
didn't
We'll just go
matter.
around the table.
I would rather not say, but yeah, I don't know. I lost my virginity when I was 22, and I've been in one relationship. So
What? So it's
use that little thing you calculate. What did they do? Is they say multiply by 3? Use your little calculations and figure it out.
So it's low then.
Yeah.
What is it?
I just told you. I mean,
It's 1?
everyone has.
Is it 1?
Well, I said use the calculations, so like
So okay, so it's 3?
something like that.
All right, for sure. Fine. What about you?
I don't know. I don't sit around and count, but Probably 20.
Okay, sure.
4. Did it? Yeah.
I'm not gonna put it out there.
Range?
No,
Range? Come on. More than 10?
I'm not gonna give you. an
Smart
answer.
girl.
Less than 10? More than 10?
I'm not. I don't want to put it out there. That's my answer.
Okay, well, in any case,
Multiply it by 3, and that's the real number.
whatever the numbers may be. So no, I'm not going to answer your question.
Why not?
Well, I think body count matters. Thus, I'm not going to answer it.
Okay, but if you pressed us for hours, why won't you give yours?
Well, because I think body count matters.
Yeah, but some of us thought it mattered. And
Yeah,
we
I
still
thought it
answered.
mattered, and you still made me.
Well,
kind of
no, I
least
didn't, I
three
didn't
people
make
raised
you,
their hands
and you
and
didn't.
said it
You didn't
mattered.
really answer the question.
Okay.
So you're not going to answer. So I'm going
I'm
to
a-
assume
I'm a man
10,
of
multiply
God.
that by 3, so 30.
Well, actually,
Okay,
for
respect.
men, you divide by
you got
3.
some riz.
For men, you divide by 3. Actually,
I don't think so.
That's how it goes.
No, I don't think so. I'm going to put you at like 30.
You think 30?
You got riz.
You think so?
Sure.
I think so.
I can neither confirm or deny this guess. Okay, so you said it was a double standard.
I do think. Yes,
How
I do
so?
think.
What do you mean?
I think often men want women to have a very low body count.
Sure.
And when a woman objects to a man having a higher body count, it's seen like it's absurd. Why would you ask me that? Because men are praised for having sexual interactions, while women are demeaned for having more sexual interactions.
Sure. The double standard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard this also go something along the lines of, when a woman sleeps with a lot of men, she's viewed as a slut, but when a guy does the same thing, he's viewed as gay.
Huh?
Wait, what?
With a lot of
So
women.
this is a bad joke.
Yeah, because when a man sleeps with more men, oh my God, they're gay. Okay.
No, but yes, I know what you mean. But that really just comes down to it's easy for women to get laid. It's hard for men to get laid.
I don't believe that though.
Women are the gatekeepers of
Jeremy in
sex.
Space
Hold on,
donated
hold
on. Yes.
We'll come back to that. Hold on.
$110. Don't think you're all 403s. Respect you for coming on and sharing your views. Would you ever date a virgin, a guy saving themselves for marriage? Do you respect a guy with purity values, who respects women?
Okay, so let's do this. We'll do just the first 2 questions there. Would you date a virgin, and would you date a guy saving himself for marriage?
Yes.
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 Here, let's just go around the table really quick.
Okay, absolutely.
I would not date a virgin.
Sure.
I did. I will not again.
I've never dated a virgin, but I would.
I would not.
I would.
I would.
Okay, cool. Go ahead with your point.
So I just explained the disparity between the two of them.
Well,
Was
you
there-
got interrupted there, so if you could just maybe rewind 5 seconds.
The entire portion? I can.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was saying that women are often chastised or demeaned because they have a higher body count, where men are praised for having a higher body count. And there is a stark disparity between two.
That's because the reason why men are praised is because
And if
it's
you
hard
s-
for men to get
and if you
laid. It's
say-
easy for women to get laid.
I disagree.
Women are the gatekeepers of sex, but it doesn't mean that it can't be taken from you.
Bro,
And many
what?
women and many men are very manipulative with their intent. And I met plenty of women.
Y'all love to derail the conversation.
don't
with these
understand.
No,
fringe,
it's not derailing. It's not derailing.
Anonymous
fringe-
donated
hold on.
$100. Love him or hate him, Brian always spitting straight facts on this podcast. A-okay, and also my body count is over 9,000.
It's over 9,000.
Hold on, I'll play it one more time.
It's over 9,000!
Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Okay, Brian,
yeah.
where would you like me to come back? Because I would rather have a discussion than you feel that I'm derailing the conversation, because that's not where I want to go.
But okay, we're talking about the
Disparity
double
between men and women.
standard, and now you want to bring up SA. I don't. Again,
That's not.
I don't see how it
Okay.
It's related.
Okay.
I don't
fine.
see how it's related.
I'll take it off the
Most
table.
women who have high body counts, it's not due to SA. It's due to consensual, casual sex. So I don't see how it's at all related to the conversation.
But if guys were able to, they would too.
I don't get this whole thing about guys get laid less than girls. Like, I don't understand.
It's true.
How men always have someone to cheat with, though. Like,
That is
how
so
that,
not
if
true,
they don't
bro.
have, if they don't get as much girls, or the whole scenario, if that's true, how do they always find someone to cheat with? It makes no sense. How
That's
is that
not
possible?
True. You're just surrounding yourself by cheaters. I don't know.
Well, I've never
all
been.
men are not cheaters.
I've never been cheated on personally, but I see it all the time. I see men that always have multiple girls. Like,
Eric, can you open
like
the
it's
door?
nothing.
It's fucking hot in here.
It is hot.
Yeah, it is.
I'm sweating.
Eric trying to boil us. Okay, just kidding. I love you, Eric. Just kidding. So, you think it's easy for men to get laid?
I don't think it's as hard as they make it seem. Like,
Bruv.
I will. No, I
Bro.
think it is really hard because I like girls too, and I can't talk to them to save my life.
Oh,
so
based. There we go. Okay, hold
I
on.
don't know.
You deserve a little. There we go. Okay. You wanted to come in. Go ahead.
I would agree that men have it harder, but it is a specific percentage of men that have it harder.
It's a very high percentage of men, but
right. That
continue.
percentage is large that have it harder, but that
Yeah.
top 1%, which not gonna lie, that women tend to be panning for, have a much higher body count than the everyday woman because they have that
Yeah.
access
Okay.
because they've built that access for themselves.
But
Okay,
but
maybe
this is again the apex fallacy. You're looking at the top percentage of men. When I'm speaking in generalities here, are there men that are running through chicks who are top tier, really attractive, high status, wealthy men? Absolutely.
They tend to have the bigger
there's
voice.
there's regular men that are doing that. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I know people down the street that work at the grocery store and still have a girl to cheat with. So
Okay,
he's not a top earner, and he still has someone to sleep with on the side, outside of his relationship.
but it's over. Are there men that are promiscuous? Absolutely. Are there men that
I think all men are promiscuous.
women are more
Most
promiscuous than men?
I disagree.
No.
I agree with Brian.
Women
I
women are
agree.
more
Well,
Well, then,
promiscuous.
what world
Women have
am I
more-
living in?
Here's why. Women have more capability to be promiscuous. You take an average dude, bro, he's going to struggle to get a girlfriend, to get laid. An average chick, if she was so inclined, could sleep with 3 new guys a day.
Okay, that's fair.
I think
I mean,
any-
I could see it that
so
way.
the standard
Okay.
stems from jealousy. Then is what you're
It's
saying?
not jealousy, it's easier for women to get laid.
Okay, so if it's easier,
So that's why men are praised for it, because it's viewed
because it's more of an
challenging.
accomplishment. For them,
Okay, I get what you're
saying?
saying.
It's difficult to get laid as a
fair,
guy.
and
I agree.
like I'm sure that's incredibly frustrating. But I don't think it's fair to be so hateful to the women who are able to have sex. Like, that's somebody else's life, not yours. It shouldn't affect you.
I'm not being hateful.
Your chat. I'm addressing your
well-
viewers, not you. I'm
Well, I
saying, like,
think-
in general, like if a guy sees like a woman and like his immediate thought is, oh, she has an active sex life, you're free to think what you want. That's fine. At the same time, you're not actively sleeping with her. That's not your girlfriend. Why does somebody else's life and their choices affect you so deeply that you have to direct hate towards them?
Well, I mean, there's a couple questions there, but I mean, I think generally speaking, there's kind of a counterculture going on where people are not particularly enthused with hookup culture.
I'm not either. But I don't think name calling and singling out women to shame them for their private lives is
So
right either.
how do we get rid of hookup culture?
Well, we can't.
Women.
We
Well,
can't.
Women
Honestly,
can stop
I think
it.
women need to start shaming women on this one. I think.
Yeah,
That's
women can stop
I'm
that.
not gonna shame
for
anybody.
sure, because we are the ones who decide outside of
Yeah, we
the
get
other
it. We
stuff.
get it.
We are the ones who decide if a man is going to sleep with us or not. If you would say no, like for example, the cheating thing, like men would not be able to cheat on their girls if there wasn't a woman that was willing and saying yes. We are the ones who hold the power to that. We're the ones who control a hookup culture or whatever you want to call it. Like, it's our power. We can say no.
I won't shame anyone, man or woman, because I feel like people's private lives are exactly that. They're private lives, and it doesn't involve me.
But that's only if you have a problem with hookup culture. Like, if you don't care, like if you're for it, then whatever, do what you want to do with your life.
Yeah.
But for people who, you know, have a problem with it, just know you as a woman, you're the one who has the control over that, like 100%.
I don't partake in hookup culture, but I think, like, generally, I don't think anyone should shame anyone.
You don't. You said you don't partake in hookup culture. I mean,
because I'm in a long-term relationship, and even
you previously partook in hookup culture.
Not really. I don't think there's not many times that I'm not in a long-term relationship.
Excuse me if I'm misquoting, and I'm not saying this to attack you, but didn't you say your body count was like 14?
Yes.
I mean, I don't suspect all of those were long-term relationships.
Obviously, I did have hookups, but it's not a regular thing I would ever partake in.
Sure, there's definitely girls who are more consistent in participating in hookup culture.
And I think that's fine. Again, like, that's their private life and that's their business, and I don't think anyone should shame anyone, even if you disagree with hookup culture. At the end of the day, you lay in your bed and you have your own thoughts and issues to reckon with. You know, everybody else's life is just that, their life. We're all in this together. You know, like, you can't change what somebody wants to do with their body. You can only be responsible for yourself. And I think a lot more people need to be focusing on themselves rather than what others are doing.
Okay, so to bring it back to the double standard, one of the reasons why there's a different standard on this is because it's very easy for women to get laid and it's hard for men to get laid. Do you agree with that?
I don't.
I know you disagree. You think it's easy for men to get laid.
I don't think all I don't think all women have it easy. I think, again, it's like a top percentage that predominantly are viewed as attractive that have it very easy.
I would say, like, almost barring like morbid obesity or like severe, like, I'm talking like bottom 1 percentile in terms of physical attractiveness, I would say the top 90% of women could like f a new dude every single day of the week.
Yeah, men don't say no.
Like on Tinder, we had a girl last show who, pleasant girl, I'm not saying this to be insulting to her or to denigrate her in any way. She was of below average attractiveness. She was overweight. She said she had a sex addiction. She said that her body count was 136, something like that. And she was at one point she had slept with, I don't know how consistent it was, but at one point she was able to sleep with 6 men in one day. In order for a male to do that, you need to, I don't even think like a top tier guy just solely on top 1% of physical attractiveness could do that. In order for a guy to do that, you need status. You need to be like Drake. You need to be a male celeb, like top tier athlete, musician, or actor to sleep with 6 new women in a day. Like I said, I don't even think a top tier male who doesn't have status could do that. So, and she's like a below, I'm not saying this to be mean, but just to articulate my point, she's like below average. 6 dudes in a night. Very few men can claim being able to do that. Most men struggle to get a match on Tinder, to get a date off of Tinder.
Well, men are just way less picky as well.
Brian, I see your point, though.
Their standards are...
What's that?
I see your point, and I agree with you.
For women, what you're saying.
You guys
almost.
Yeah, I completely agree with
either.
you, and I'm saying it because men...
Mm-hmm.
As long as they're having sex, they usually don't care.
Yeah.
So
unless they're looking for a relationship, and that's a different situation. But
any single girl at this table, and to be fair, we got some attractive girls at the table. Any single girl at this table could download Tinder right now. It's 9:11 p.m. You could get laid tonight if you were so inclined. Do any of you think you could, if you were so inclined, you could download the dating app and get laid tonight?
100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
Most guys cannot answer that question confidently.
Yeah.
Most guys
Skill
cannot
issue.
say on a Sunday at 9 p.m. it's going to be hard for me to fuck a girl tonight. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that.
Then
Skill
how do they
issue.
always find someone to cheat
Skill
with?
issue.
What the hell?
I thought I had Riz. What's up? Throw me under the
Full
bus.
180,
here.
dude.
Throw me under the bus. No, but it's just different. It's different. But you still think that it's easier for men to get laid?
I don't think it's as hard as I don't know. Maybe it's the type of guys that I'm mostly around. I don't know. Maybe that's it because I'm mostly around like people in the entertainment industry.
Sure.
So maybe that's what I'm seeing. But I don't know. Like I said, like I know people from my hometown that are not like, if you want to like put rates to it, like below average or not, regular men, and they still have multiple people to sleep with. So I don't know.
Well,
It's like, okay, there's statistics, and then there's what I've seen in my life.
okay, so there's a couple things. So besides looks, men are able to be attractive to women in other ways besides just their physical appearance. So there's a few ways. Status is one. Game.
Okay.
Riz.
How's your Riz?
So
Honest.
on one hand, I think I got a couple
The
moves here
heating
and
pad
there.
adds to it for sure.
On the other hand, I'm like my own biggest cock block because I say some like ridiculous shit.
Preaching to the choir.
I think I'm like slightly, I don't know, am I? Guys, chat. One in the chat if you guys think I'm autistic. I don't know.
Oh, I'm autistic.
Ah, cool.